This week in Washington, senators will vote on whether or not to allow witnesses and documents in the impeachment trial of President Trump.
The chaplain will lead us in prayer.
The White House defense team on Saturday opened its case.
Disagreeing with the president's decision on foreign policy matters or whose advice he's going to take is in no way an impeachable offense.
The Senate has never removed an impeached president from office.
They're asking you to do something that no Senate has ever done. And they're asking you to do it with no evidence.
Democrats say the president's instruction to defy subpoenas and document requests obstructs the investigation into alleged abuse of power involving a phone call where Mr. Trump appears to ask Ukraine's president to investigate a political rival in exchange for military assistance.
The question for you is whether it's okay for the president to withhold taxpayer money, aid for our ally, our friend at war, for a personal political benefit. Whether it's okay for the president to sacrifice our national security for his own election.
Democrats ask the Republican-controlled Senate to subpoena witnesses with firsthand knowledge of the now infamous phone call. But some Republicans say that is not their job.
It looks like they're asking the Senate to go be special counsel, go search, go seek out. That's not really the task of the Senate. The task of the Senate is to hear the trial. The House is the one that's actually gathering the information for impeachment, so we're acting on what they're sending us.
Democrats say the Trump administration made it impossible to gather all the information.
All we are asking for right now is 4 witnesses. 0 witnesses plus 0 evidence equals 0 justice. You can't have a trial without the witnesses. They cannot go down in history as the people that blocked the truth from coming forward, because eventually it will come forward.
The president, who for months called impeachment a hoax, now says he favors witnesses, just not former National Security Advisor John Bolton.
He knows some of my thoughts. He knows what I think about leaders. What happens if he reveals what I think about a certain leader and it's not very positive, and then I have to deal on behalf of the country? It's going to be very hard. It's going to make the job very hard.
Following the arguments from the president's defense team, an opportunity exists for senators to ask written questions of the prosecution and defense teams, which will be read aloud by the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Arash, Arabasadi, VOA News, Washington.